tagged by James Freddy's. Well, that's a pretty good channel page there. You'd be well advised to go up there and see what James Freddy's doing. Some really good work right there. But in response there to this tag, my favorite tool could easily be that there. Now that old bandsaw right there, El Cheapo, made in China. Seems like I use that thing every day. But that ain't my favorite. It seems like it could be that there Hobart handler, a little wire welder. That could easily be my favorite, but it ain't. And I'll tell you something, it's going to be in the running in time to come. Is that right there the Gift? That right there will always be known as the Gift. Another candidate is that 4.5 inch hand grinder right there. Use it every day almost. Well, it could be any one of a multitude of tools. You know, some go-to tools. You use them every day. I'm not going to drag them all down there, but we'll just kind of scan around yonder. And believe me, I like every one of them tools right there. Oh, but they not my favorites by no means. We're going to get to it, though, if you just stick with me. We'll get to that favorite right there. And as I go by over here, you see that little monkey? Oh, he's back on the job. I like him, but he ain't no tool. And coming right down yonder. Oh, yeah. That's some candidates right there. Let's talk about these right here up close and personal. Just a couple of tools that could easily be favorites, but somewhere on the list. I just happened to go through the box over there, and you know, we're just kind of pondering the question of favorite tools. And in bygone days and years gone by, this right here was a favorite tool of mine. They're lead files, and you can turn this handle right here. This was a really good brand. You could turn that handle and you put an arc in that blade right there, or you could shave that lead off of there just so smooth. But at one time, this would have definitely, these, and I do have some more. There was just no reason to drag out all of them. But at one time, definitely these lead files was my favorite. And even this wrench right here, now that was a cheap wrench, you know, it's a 12mm, and I think that right there, I bent that, put a hot torch to it there, and that oxygen acetylene torch could also be my #1 favorite, as well as the Grizzly milling machine or the lathe. Either one of those two pieces of equipment could actually be #1, but they are not. But at one time, when I needed this wrench, when I bent this, and it actually fit, and I used it, that was my #1 favorite tool at that time. Also, this is not a Hutchison. This is a Sears. It's got a Craftsman, Sears Craftsman brand on there, and it's a straight line. It was a copy of the straight line Hutchison flat sander. Oh, it's you know, it's kind of dated, but it will still do some fine work. A Ford dealer, frontline mechanic there. I wore out a couple of Hutchisons, and this was the last straight line sander I bought. And a straight line is much better than the orbital. It's just, this is a fine machine here. It's got many hours of use on it and still good. It's not my #1 favorite at this time, but it has been. That tool made me a lot of money. And I'll give you a tip, a shop tip. Just log this in as a shop tip. This right here, that's a junkyard find. And it's wear plate. You can't hardly wear it out at all. It was square at one time, and you can see how much is wore away. So this has got so abundance of use, but you can beat on that thing all day long and you won't mar it. And you take a regular store-bought Dolly, and I just drug out a couple of them here for show and tell. The multitude of shapes and sizes and weights, auto body dollies. But this right here is one of the best, most useful, it was a found tool that I made. I call it auto body dolly now, but you got a flat surface and you got a round. You got round here. You got square edges. For me, it's the perfect it's the perfect shape for a body tool. Oh, you can do some metal work with this right here. And as well as this one. You can see it, that's not a go-to tool because it don't even have the paint wore off of it. Another tool that on any given day, this right here, I did not make this tool. That's that Gib key puller, and this could easily be my #1 tool, but it's not. This right here would be a 2+. When you need this tool right here, it's invaluable one. When you see one of these right here that's available for purchase, lay you one in. It's a very good tool. And I also seen, I was watching some videos the other day. The duct tape girl tipped me off to watch a couple of videos that I might be interested in. And Millrick77, a fine channel, craftsman in his own right there. Millrick77, check him out. And just coincidence, and I'm sure it's not only he and I that owns one of these tools, but you can see it's just your basic old air blow gun with the tip removed and a length of copper tubing put in there. When I first built this, that piece of copper was about 2 foot long. And through the years, it has been damaged, and I just keep cutting it off till it's that length it is now. But if you set you up a air blow gun in this configuration, oh, you'll be well pleased with it. Another tool that I rate kind of high is this is just a piece of brass shafting. It's about 6 inches long, and you can see when you're setting a keyway, these works real good on a Gib key. When you're setting it in there, if you beat it with a steel or a hammer, you'll mar the head. But if you put this against the Gib key and hit it with the hammer, and it will not mar it will less mar the tool the part you're removing than the tool. Just a short length, and these you can have these in different sizes, which I do, up to 2 inches and different lengths. And it's an invaluable tool. Could easily be #1. Also the hammer. Oh, it's invaluable in my shop. As I will show you this hammer here. I actually made this hammer. This is a soft, very soft. I did keep some soft lead aside, very soft lead aside, especially to build this hammer. I made that hammer there some years ago. That's a steel ball braced on there, and I don't know what that is. It was round, and I beat it flat there, and it does have a cross pin welded on it right there, so the hammer head would not fly off of it. When I first built this, and I do have a lead hammer mold, and we'll do that sometime soon. We'll make some lead hammers for a show and tell. But anyways, I made this, and you just put the handle in there, pour the lead around it, and when this started in life, and it's still good, there's nothing wrong with it. At some point I will melt this down and reshape it. But this was about 2.5 inches around and about 4 inches long when I built it, and it's mushroomed out on both sides. When you have a tool that you have used enough to where that is in this condition, you know that could easily be your #1 tool, but it ain't.